Hi guys, it's Monique from earlylearningmom.com. I got little Z in the back. So today's events, it's getting hot in here, drastically changed. Well, drastically. Needless to say, last night, Z suddenly started slowing down a bit and he started with another fever. And I shared a video about our experiences a couple weeks ago. It's been about 4 weeks now since Z had his ear infection that we landed up in isolation over. And since then, things with the coronavirus have drastically changed. There's a lot more cases than there was before. There's some community spread. The province itself, though, we've had lower numbers. I actually haven't heard what the numbers are for today, but in the last few days they've been quite low and social distancing is working. However, the long weekend is coming up. There's Passover and Easter, and that's kind of the wild card to see like whether people are going to listen or not. I know we are actually, the reason that I'm out right now is we're going to pick up some fish. It's called Gimli Fish Market, Gimli Fish. Anyhow, it's a local fish store. And I called, or actually Facebook messaged them to ask if I put an order in, like I called in and paid credit card, would they do curb pickup? Because it's so tiny in that shop. It's like a little sardine can. And the thought of going in there to pick up the fish was not worth my Good Friday fish fry. So luckily they got back to me right away and they said that they do curbside. So I ordered some pickerel and I'm super excited to have it on Good Friday. I'm making some extra to take to my parents. We're not going in, but I was going to run it in, drop it off. So that way my dad, who is practices not eating meat on Good Friday, he can have fish. Not sure why fish counts, but in the Catholic religion it does. It's not considered meat, so he'll have that. So I'm really excited to be able to pick that up. I wasn't supposed to pick it up till tonight, though. I was going to hurry after work and try to get there before they closed. But I decided I'm going to go early because I had to cancel daycare. Z spiked a fever last night. And we're about 90% sure that it's an ear infection. So one side of his ear is tender. Yesterday, the whole ear was red. When I take his temperature, he's got a fever on that side and not so much on the other side. Sometimes his fever spikes throughout his body, but most of the time it's just in that general area is hotter. But it's gone as high as 102.9. But then it seems to come down, and that's typical behavior for his body when he has an ear infection. The crummy part is he just got over an ear infection. So instead of taking him to a walk-in clinic or riding it out to see what happens, I called our family doctor, and we have a phone appointment at 3:30. And the secretary said he'll decide then if he needs to see us in person. And I wanted to make really sure that we got seen today, like that we're not going to get pushed to Tuesday because there's Good Friday and then Easter Monday. And that's a lot of offices are closed those days. So because he has a fever, I can't open my daycare without knowing for sure that it's an ear infection and not contagious to the other kids, especially in today's current circumstances with the pandemic. So I decided we would take him out. He hasn't really been eating all that much. He's eaten a bit, but he wanted some French fries. And I know it's not the best, but you know, when they're hungry, but nothing is appealing to them when they're sick. So he's having some French fries back there. Are you eating some French fries? Yeah. So he's having his French fries right now. And I'm just about to head and pick up the fish. Then we have our doctor's appointment. Another reason I took Z out now too is because hubby's trying to work at home, and sometimes even when he's not well, he's loud, and he needs to do some of his own videos for his job, and so we're giving him some quiet space right now. Later on, after our doctor's appointment, I have to go to Once Upon a Child because I purchased a mud buddy, I think they're called. It's like a slush pants and jacket, like rain jacket and pants jumper, like it's a one piece, and some new rubber boots. And that's another curbside pickup. So I call them, and tell them my order number. They open the door, put it outside the door, and I run and I grab it and I bring it back in the car. So let's go pick up our fish. Holy smokes, I am so glad that I pre-ordered because there is a lineup outside the store. And I'm sure it's going really fast, but like I said earlier, that store is so tiny. But I pre-ordered, and so I just called them, and the line was busy, so I had to try probably about 20 times. But I finally got through, and they ran out my pickerel. So yeah, this is...
I love you.
You not feeling good?
Good night to you.
You want to go home?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so Zakari's saying good night, I love you, which means he wants to go to bed. He's not...
Good night to love you.
Yes. So we're going to head home. I'm going to put this in the fridge to thaw out so that way we can eat it tomorrow. We can fry it up. And we're going to head home, and hopefully Z can have a nap. Are you crabby?
Good night to love you.
Can you say bye?
Love you.
We'll be back soon. Okay, guys, so we're back in the car. We just stopped off at, I'm not sure if you can see it, Once Upon a Child. And we ordered Z some new rubber boots, or new to us rubber boots. And because our backyard is full of puddles, we also ordered him a mud buddy. He still wears size 5, so I'm really hoping the size 5 fits. I really like what they do at Once Upon a Child. They're putting their items on their website, and then you can just order them and you come and pick them up, curbside pickup. So that's very awesome. It seems like they have a good flow of people coming through. So that's exciting. Hopefully, help small businesses and stuff. And so we just did that. We're going to go pick up my husband and then go pick up my stepdaughter. And then we have to go to Safeway to pick up a prescription. We landed up having our appointment with Z's doctor, and based on all Z's symptoms, we did it all over the phone right now, so we don't have to go into the clinic. Based on all Z's symptoms and his history with ear infections, he's saying that he is confident that it's another ear infection, so he's going to start him on a new antibiotic and for a longer course. So instead of 5 days, he's going to be on the antibiotics for 10 days. So all was good, and we had it sent to the pharmacy. I usually have it sent to Costco, but I'm not going to Costco. So we had it sent to the Safeway pharmacy in our community, which is a lot quieter. And so all was good. Called the pharmacy. They got the prescription, told me they needed an hour. So I landed up getting a phone call from the actual pharmacist who said she was about to mix a suspension, but she wanted to make sure I was aware of the cost. I said, well, how much is this prescription? $139 for a 10-day antibiotic. I just about fell over. And she said, well, the tablets are considerably more affordable, so if you want to switch to that. And I said, well, he really can't swallow tablets. And she said, well, you can crush it up and put it in applesauce or in some juice and get him to take it that way. And I said, well, what is the price difference? And I just about fell over. For the pills, for 40 pills, it was $16. And the suspension is $139. I just about, I couldn't believe it. So I'm like, we'll get it in him. We'll figure out a way. I have a mortal and pestle thing. I'm sure I said that wrong. I'll crush that puppy up. I will mix it with some apple juice, and we will syringe it in, because I am not paying well over $100 for convenience. That is just, at times like this, no, can't afford that, sorry. I'm curious to see what Costco would have charged me for the suspension. I can't see it being that much, but in today's day and age, you gotta do what you gotta do. So anyhow, we're gonna do that, and tomorrow we're super excited for our fish fry. I talked to my mom. I don't have to drive the fish that I was making extra for my dad, and they decided that they need to get out of the house. So they're going to come for a drive, pick up a coffee, and I'm going to leave it outside for them. And then they're going to just pick it up and go home and make dinner. So they get a little outing, but still, you know, social distancing, being safe, saves me the trip. So anyhow, I'm going to end this vlog now. Like I said, I just wanted to share with you what we got at Once Upon a Child and how awesome it is that small businesses are doing this, so you know people can still get what they need. And I guess it's not a need, but I mean it's definitely helpful to have proper footwear, right, and proper outerwear. So I consider it a need, and supporting a small business is super awesome. And so if you guys have Once Upon a Child in your area, check it out, because I just think it's amazing how, you know, the community is just, with all this COVID-19, they're just getting together and, you know, working out something so everybody wins. Oh, the other thing I wanted to tell you about is when we were talking to the doctor said that when all of this COVID-19, coronavirus, all that junk is done, he wants to see Z for an appointment, and we are probably going to be getting a referral to an ears, nose, and throat specialist to have tubes put in. So right now that would be considered an elective appointment, non-urgent. So we can't get in right now, but in the future he is open to doing tubes, so hopefully we can stop having these horrible ear infections. So anyhow, thank you for watching. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe, thumbs up. I'm really trying to be better with my videos and just taking you guys along on what we're doing. I want to do some videos about what we're doing with Wesley now that he's home and we're kind of homeschooling. Crisis schooling, it's not really homeschooling. And once these ear infections better, how we are getting back into our Doman program, because once again we're kicking it back a notch. We did do a bit today, but I don't want to push him when his body is fighting an ear infection. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.